Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 716. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, that's Durham's online community paper, which you can check out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, it's Bull City Hangout. I'll be telling you what's happening today in Durham, and I invite you to go ahead and click on that link right there on the Facebook page, the Durham Skywriter Facebook page. You can join me on camera after I do the weather, and then we can hang out. You can promote yourself, your business, your special event. All that would be great. It would also be great if you go ahead and share this out so that more people here in Durham can find out what's happening. So let me put on my specs, move my keyboard out of the way. Alrighty, so I'm going to, I'm going to head over to the Word page. That's the government and nonprofit information page. Lots of programs and services being offered by local nonprofits and, of course, local, government, city, county, and state. So go up and down the page. I have been adding to this page like crazy. So there's lots of great new information and ways you can help, ways you can get help, all kinds of great stuff on this page. Now, let's talk about the libraries, the Durham County Libraries, with today being Thursday, right? Yeah, Thursday. They're all open until 6. And then they reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and Bragtown reopens tomorrow at 10. Okay, let's see. It is almost time for Book Harvest's big block party. Oh, this year, by the way, it's going to be this Saturday, so I shouldn't even be mentioning it now, but I'm going to mention it anyway, so you can put it on your calendar. But Book Harvest, they're going to have their big block party, not at the ballpark like they've been doing in past years, but now it's in Durham Central Park. To me, that makes it a little bit more accessible, just my opinion. But anyway, if you don't know about the Book Harvest, you need to check them out. They are located at 2501 University Drive. It's all about young childhood literacy. And I shouldn't say young childhood because they have free books from birth up to through high school. So if your kids don't have books at home and they're like, I want to read something, and you forgot to go to the library when it was open because, after all, the summer reading program is underway, which is also free. You can always head over to Book Harvest 24/7. They have a bookshelf outside where you and your child can go there to 2501 University Drive and choose a book and take it home. They have books in English and in Spanish, from like baby books all the way up through high school. So you can donate books as long as they're, new or new-ish, and they will add it to their library. Also, they have a family space where you can find a nice, cool place to hang out with your child, especially if you don't have air conditioning, and you want your child to be around books and get curious about books and reading, because that leads directly to success in school. So you can take your little ones there Tuesdays through Saturdays from 9 till 5. They have a magnet wall so they can spell out their names or whatever. They have puppets, and of course they have books. You can always take a book home to read together, which is wonderful. They also have this really cool program where if it's the Book Babies program. So if you sign up your child at birth, at least 16 weeks old, go ahead and sign up your child if you're, Medicare eligible, and because they're trying to serve people who don't have a lot of money, don't have a lot of resources. So basically, your child, by taking part in this program, they can earn $100 a year. So when they age out, at age 5, they'll have earned $500 for college or secondary school. So something to think about. But anyway, it's a great place to read together and to kind of get started with books. And like I just mentioned, the libraries, all the Durham County libraries are participating in the summer reading program, where you can read to your child if they're too little, or every time your child who's, able to read reads a book, you can, sign the log that you get from the library. When it's filled up, you take it back. The kids get stickers. They get entered into a lottery where they can win something great at the end of summer. And then, yeah, it's really great. It's a great program. And that's a great way to keep your child's reading skills up, because without knowing it, your skills, I mean, everybody's skills go down. If you don't read for a couple of months, then suddenly it's a little harder to read. So you don't want your kid to go through that, especially school-age kids. So anyway, that's the Book Harvest. Check it out at 2501 University Drive. I thought they were only open weekdays, but apparently they are open on Saturdays too. Like I just said, you can take your child to the family space Tuesday through Saturday, which is super great. Great organization. Alrighty, let's see. Today's Thursday. One thing I want to do is to remind you, let me see if I can find it real quick. The Durham Public Schools have an agreement with all of these different houses of faith and businesses and whatnot. They're offering free breakfasts, free lunches for young people ages 1 to 18. No strings attached. I don't even think they have to sign anything, I don't think. I just think that the people who are serving the food have to count the number of kids they serve, I think, because it's like a grant program. So under Durham Public Schools on the Word page and also on the School Tools page, you will see a long list. I've taken pictures of 7 flyers. Each flyer lists a few places where kids can go, where you can take your children or send them if they're close enough to your house to get, like I said, free breakfast, free lunch. So check it out. This is every weekday through July 31st. And then I think they're going to have a new list, and maybe they'll switch up some places. I'm not sure. But this list is good through July 31st, which is, why is my calendar on June? I was doing my timesheet. There you go. 31st is a Friday. So definitely don't let your kids go hungry or thirsty, but send them to these spots. Sun Meals, North Carolina is the name of the program, and so I'm glad you know about it now. So, hey, William M. Andrews is here giving us a fist bump. Kaboom. Hey, William. And William is, oh wait, let me put his statement up. He's saying, good afternoon from Durham, North Carolina. Good afternoon, William. Very happy to see you here. And of course, his favorite phrase, it's a beautiful day in the Bull City. We should all say that together. It's a beautiful day in the Bull City. And it is indeed. Thank you, William. Appreciate that. And I know in 1 minute you're going to say something else, but I'll let you say it. Okay. Let's see if Durham Tech has anything going on. And when I mean, I actually mean the Durham Tech Small Business Center, where you can learn how to run a business. Now, the Durham Tech Small Business Center is actually downtown. It used to be on campus over here on Bacon near Lawson. But now they're at 701 West Main Street, kind of a fancy digs. And they have live classes in English and in Spanish for budding entrepreneurs. There it is. William is saying happy 12/12, where the time is the same number. How about that? Thank you, William. Appreciate that. Now, if I had, I was just thinking, I said this the other day, where I was doing the show late one day, and William pointed out that it was 1:11, which is cool. But William, the next time I do my show, after, later, then keep in mind that although I might be on from at 1:11, also remember the 24-hour clock, where I'll be on also 13:13. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, because 1 o'clock is also 13 o'clock in those countries and military where they use the 24-hour clock. Actually, my microwave is on the 24-hour clock. I don't know why. I just do that just for fun. All right, let me continue here. I want to respect your time. Today is the 16th, so let's see if there are any classes that are being offered online. Now, when Drum Tech is not offering a class in person, I go ahead, I take the liberty of listing classes that are being offered by small business centers across North Carolina. They're all free, and they welcome all of us North Carolinians to take part. So let's see if there's anything. There is a class today. 2 classes. Okay, so here's one class called Marketing is Key, Finding Your Perfect Customer and Creating a Marketing Plan. So that's going to be this afternoon from 2 until 3. You might want to sign up for that as soon as possible. Here's another class, Let's Strategize to Boost Business Productivity and Efficiency. Yeah, you don't want to waste too much time. So that's going to be tonight from 6 until 8. And then that'll be it for the week, and the next class will be Monday. Yeah. All righty, let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Let me check with Legal Aid of North Carolina. They help people in so many different ways, including having free workshops online. They call them Listen and Learn. They do have one today. Okay, so Legal Aid NC, they're going to have a free workshop on Zoom. You can go ahead and click on the blue link and register from 2:30 until 4:30, and it's all about simple divorce. So I guess maybe it's for people who want to, do their own divorces? But it says simple. Anyway, if you're interested in learning more about going through a divorce without a whole lot of complications, you can take this free workshop at 2:30. It says here, learn how to deal with property division, spousal support, alimony, and child custody. That's actually a lot. But anyway, that's going to be today at 2:30. And while I'm here, I'm going to check on SCORE, the Service Corps of Retired Executives. They also have free classes, and in addition to that, they have mentors. And I know someone who had a mentor, and they were in their same line of work. So these are retired executives. They know what it's like to run a business. And she said she got a lot of help. They were very, very extraordinarily helpful. That's how helpful they were. So let's look up SCORE, see if they have anything going on since I talked them up so big. Let's see. They do have something going on today at 1 o'clock. 45 minutes. You might want to sign up for that real fast. SBA's, that's probably Small Business Association, I'm thinking. SBA's Made in America Initiative. Resources for small manufacturers. Oh, that's exciting. People who make stuff. So that's going to be today from 1 until 2. It's free and it's online. I met this guy years ago. Trying to think, was it in North Carolina or in Chicago? It was years ago. This guy had a contract. He was making little items and sending them to China. They were like tool type things to help a factory do something in China that I guess they couldn't make over there or didn't, or maybe he invented it. I'm not sure. But anyway, I thought it was really cool that this one individual person was doing business in China. So anyway, that's going to be really awesome. So if you're a small manufacturer, definitely check out this one-off free seminar, because I'll bet you can learn a lot, and maybe they'll talk about how you can find customers, even overseas, which to me sounds very exciting. Okay, I'm going to let's go to the To Your Health page real quick. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to zero in. Oh, wait a minute. Before I do that, let's check with NAMI Durham real quick. So, oops, let me scroll back. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So NAMI, N-A-M-I, that stands for the National Alliance on Mental Illness. So on Thursdays, NAMI Durham, local chapter, they run an online stress and anxiety support group for African Americans. That is this evening from 7 until 8:30. Someone from NAMI will be there to guide the conversation, keep it moving, offer resources, etc. So sometimes black folks, sometimes we have unique and interesting experiences where you have to push down your frustration, microaggressions, micro racism and whatnot. And it's not that nobody else suffers microaggressions and whatnot, but this particular group is for specifically for black folks. And what is discussed in the room stays in the room. So you can get the sense that you're not alone, that other folks are going through what you're going through. And it's not just a matter of complaining, but it can lighten your load a little bit, get some resources, get some hints on how to deal. That's for sure. Like, for example, there's this one guy, there's a live streamer I watch, and every time somebody bugs him via email or with the comment, he goes nuts, and he just spends the rest of the broadcast complaining and you know, the cardinal rule for live streamers is to ignore the trolls. So I don't know if that really works for in real life, but yeah, hopefully if you're dealing with something, the folks at NAMI Durham and maybe the other folks in the room can give you some pointers on how to not respond to things and how to respond to things so that you can get through the day and feel great when you get home. All righty, let's see what else is going on. I'm going to check for the blood drives. There's lots more on this page, but I just want to check the blood drives. Let's see. Today's the 16th. Oh, 2 blood drives. Okay. Oh, one's only going until 1:30. Well, if you're I think this is South. You might want to check this out. The American Red Cross, they have a blood drive. Like I said, donations of blood can save lives, literally. At Hemosonics, 4020 Stirrup Creek Drive. They were there since early morning, this morning, and they will be there until 1:30. So if you're in the area, like I said, 4020 Stirrup Creek Drive, maybe you can head over there real quick. Look for the bus, the American Red Cross bus, and you'll know you are in the right place. Now they have another crew at Durham Water Management. This is also South, 1600 Mist Lake Drive, and they will be there until 3 this afternoon. Now, I said also, I don't know if 4020 Stirrup Creek Drive is north or south. I'm just taking a wild guess. I haven't heard of that street before. Now, let's see. Tomorrow, oh, that's next week. That's next week. Okay, let's check with Blood Connection. They do the same thing. Let's see. Oh, okay. They are already at Sprouts, 105 West Highway 54. They're already there set up, and they will be accepting donations of blood until 7 this evening. How about that? And Sprouts is a cool store. You might want to check it out and do a little shopping while you're there. Why not? Do some grocery shopping. Okay, let us go to the top of the page and click on the big Health Events button, which takes us to the Health Events page. So let's see what's going on with today being the 16th. The General Cancer Support Group, they will be meeting online from 5 until 6. It's run by Duke, and I do have a link, so you can go ahead and register for that. And then the Caregiver Cancer Support Group meeting for caregivers, they will be meeting from 6 until 7. I'm glad they changed the hour because I think last month they were meeting at the same time. They've always met back to back, you know, the general cancer and then followed by the caregiver cancer. So I'm glad they made it back to back again. So general cancer at 5, caregiver cancer support group at 6. Now, it looks like the American Dance Festival It looks like they no longer have the Thursday classes for people with not Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease. So now they have virtual classes on Fridays. So no more Thursday classes, at least for now. It is summertime. It could be that the person who ran the class, maybe their kids are out of school and they're, dealing with that, or maybe they're working somewhere else, or, you never know. Things happen. But you do know now that on Fridays you can still attend a free class on Zoom called Virtual Dance for Parkinson's, and that will be tomorrow from 11 until 12:15. I do have a link. Actually, I have a phone number too. You can call, get more information. Then I have a link so you can go ahead and sign up for that. Okay, let's see. Oh, tomorrow, wait. That's Saturday. Okay. I was going to mention the Men's Health Council. They're going to have the Men on the Move walk in Bethesda Park, but that's going to be on Saturday, and that will be Joyce Page's last walk as a leader of these men's health walks because she's retiring. So anyway, that's going to be on Saturday, so I will be mentioning that again. Okay, let's go to the Senior Scope page. And let's see what's going on at the Durham Center for Senior Life, which is downtown at 406 Rigsby Avenue. Great place to hang out if you're a senior, age 55 plus. So let us see what's going on with today being Thursday. Let's see, Thursday Bible study starts in 5 minutes, and that lasts for an hour. And then they'll be playing Pinochle, also starting in 5 minutes. Bingo at 1. Open Painting Studio at 1. Arthritis Foundation. Oh, wait a minute. No class, 7:16. Okay. So no Arthritis Foundation class. And let's see. Did I skip anything? Because today is Thursday. So one thing that I will point out, that you can play cards and dominoes all afternoon, and they're open late because on Tuesdays and Thursdays the Durham Center for Senior Life is open until 7. How about that? So even if you're 55 plus and you're still 9 to 5ing, just come after work, hang out for a bit, relax, do some emails, computer lab, maybe get a workout in air conditioning, and then you get home, you feel great. So, and that might help you with your diet and all that sort of thing. So think about it. Again, it's 406 Rigsby Avenue. Now let's see what's happening tomorrow morning. Oh, this is new. Fitness with Keta. I'm guessing Keta. I'm going to the center, I think later on today. I will find out the pronunciation of Keta's name. Fitness with, I'm just going to say Keta for now, and that will be from 8:40 until 9:30 tomorrow morning. And then they had the DCSL Walking Club. Now here's the thing. They meet at 9, and then they go walking outside for almost an hour. If you're worried about your balance, you can always borrow a walking pole from the front desk, and then, you bring it back. Now, here's the thing. It's canceled if it's raining or if the temperature is above 85. I know it's hot these days. I don't know if it's above 85 by... I'm going to cheat. Usually I don't do the weather until... I just want to cheat just for a quick second. I just want to see. Tomorrow, hourly... Let's see. So it's going to be 83 by 9, and by 10 it'll be 87. So they might not have it tomorrow. When you stop by, you could always call, of course, 919-688-8247. I think they open at 8:30, so you can ask if they're going to be walking at 9. So I guess they'll make their decision and let you know. Or you can just stop by, because if they're not going to have walking, maybe you can work out, go to the computer lab, take a class, hang out, play dominoes or cards or whatever. So it won't be a day lost if you just stop by at 9 tomorrow to see if they're going to walk. If it's canceled, you could always do other things. Now, Other things happening tomorrow. Total body workout at 10. That's also going to be live on the Durham Center for Senior Life Facebook page. Also at 10, ping pong. No Tai Chi tomorrow. Okay, so no Tai Chi. And they'll be showing a movie at 12:30 with free popcorn because they have their own theater. I don't know if you knew that. The movie is The Theory of Everything. Ooh, I wonder if that's a scientific movie. No idea. Anyway, that's going to be at 12:30 tomorrow. Now, let's check the special events. Today's the 16th. Okay. Ooh, this is only for another half hour. The Heart Elder Care Navigation started at 10, ends at 1 in Office 216. You don't have to register, but what they do, they Care Navigator, they will help seniors identify local programs and services that they can use. They help them connect with community resources, including internet, phones, and other technology. And it says here walk-ins are welcome. So if you happen to be in the area, if you're close to downtown, you have until 1 o'clock to zip down there real quick and meet a care navigator. If you're looking for special programming or something to help yourself or your family, then definitely stop by. Definitely. Let's see what else is happening. Tomorrow at 9:30, the EATS program. They're going to have a Nutrition Today cooking demonstration with the Durham Cooperative Extension Master Food Volunteers. You've heard of the Master Gardeners. They also, this is new. This is something new. They have Master Food Volunteers, which I think is incredible because they can help us stay healthy. They help us learn how to prepare foods and whatnot. So tomorrow from 9:30 until 10:30 in the cafe, Leslie McClellan will be leading a cooking demonstration. That's going to be really great. Also happening tomorrow from noon until 1, the Men's Well-Being Workshop. Ooh, okay, that's going to be from noon until 1. So men, you might want to check that one out. You can discuss important health topics for men. There you go. All righty then. Also know that JFK Towers, which is at 4900 North Roxborough Road, they are now a DCSL satellite. So tomorrow at 8:30, Coffee and Community. At 9:30, Nature and Discovery activity. Walking group at 10:30. Congregate meal, which is free lunch at 11:30. And club, I guess they have different clubs, club meetings at 12:30. Now, let's see. Oh, they're going to have a computer basics class tomorrow, but unfortunately, they don't have the time listed, so you might want to call about that one, because I don't have the time on that. Don't forget the independent Little River Senior Center, which is in Bahama, northern Durham County, 8305 North Roxborough Road. They're, like JFK Towers, they're open for activities weekdays, 8:30 until 1:30 or 2-ish. Now, Little River used to be a school, so they have activities. They have access to the whole entire gym, so you can play in the gym, bring your basketball or whatever, maybe your, what do you call that? Do some pickleball or tennis practice against the wall. They have coffee talk every morning. They have walking club every morning, free play gym every morning. They do quilting, group exercise, Bible study, guitar lessons, cards, bingo size, lunch, free lunch at 11:30, bass guitar lessons, crocheting. So they have a lot of fun. I was just there last week. Little River Senior Center, again, 8305 North Roxborough Road in Bahama. All right, now let's tiptoe over to the Let's Go page. That is the calendar of events page. So let's go to, oh, by the way, I have to get a new flyer. I have a flyer posted right there, at pretty much at the top of the Let's Go page. And it is the Communities in Partnership Cooling Station. They're open every day, when temperatures exceed 90 degrees. But I just saw their new flyer. I actually have to stop by. Maybe I'll stop by there this afternoon because it will be hot again today. They have new information for us. The cooling station, first let me tell you what it's all about. So they have air conditioning, nice music playing. They have chairs. You can just sit and chill. They have tables. So if it's real hot where you're living and you still want to do some computer work, but you're just so hot you just can't stand it, take your computer to the cooling station because they have free Wi-Fi, and relax, have a free cold beverage, have a little snack, and they have stuff for the kids. Last time I was there, the little kid was riding his little tiny kid riding a little tiny bike around and around. That was very cute. This is a former fire station at 101 South Driver Street. There's only a couple of parking spaces right there. If they're all taken, then just go across the street. You can park in the church parking lot, no worries. Here's the new news. So it says here it's open, the cooling center is open when the temperatures exceed 90. Now they're saying if the temperatures exceed 90, or what did they say? Or if the heat index exceeds 100. Because sometimes, with humidity, it can be a certain temperature, but it could feel like it's much, much hotter. I think that's what they're saying, if I'm interpreting it correctly. Here's the biggest news, though. They were open 11 until 4, Monday through Thursday. Now they're open Monday through Friday on hot days. I have to check. Again, I have to pick up their new flyer and replace this old one. I don't know if it's still going to be 11 to 4 or if they've expanded the hours. I'll find out, and then I'll let you know. Also, the cooling centers, you can consider all of the Durham County Libraries cooling centers. The addresses are right there. I've listed them on the Let's Go page right under the flyer. Communities in Partnership Cooling Station flyer. They're all right there. There's a couple of additional resources if you need to cool off. Also, I highly recommend that you go to durhamskywriter.com, go to the how-to page, learn the difference between heat stroke and heat exhaustion. They're both dangerous. They're both bad, but one is much worse than the other. Learn the differences. Learn what to do if someone needs your help, and then you need that information. We all need that information, so definitely check that out because it's going to be hot for a while. Now to the calendar. Let's go to the 16th. There we are. Okay, let's see. Okay, Wheels Durham at 715 North Hoover Road. They have summer public skating this afternoon from 2 until 4:30. Admission for skaters is $13. Skate rentals are $6, $7 for rollerblades. Now, if you're an adult, you don't plan to skate, you just want to watch your kid, then you pay $4. Now, they have 2 sessions every weekday, and it's not just for kids, but of course they want to accommodate the kids who are out of school. So they have 2 skate sessions Monday through Friday. The first one is 11 until 1:30, then the second one is from 2 until 4:30, and they each have their own admission fee of $13. Okay, the West End Free Market. They're going to be giving away groceries, fresh produce, I should say, and also dry goods. In the past, dry goods have been popcorn. I think sometimes they give away soaps and just different things that you might need around the house. But basically, they're trying to make sure that people don't go hungry over the summer. So I want to list their partners because I like to give people credit. The Autism Center, the West End Community Foundation, Part and Parcel, the Duke Campus Farm, Farmer Food Share, Durham Parks and Recreation, and Seal the Seasons. So today, that's going to be today, they'll be giving away food. Today in Lion Park Recreation Center, 1309 Halley Street. They have a parking lot right across the street from the front door. So park over there. Now, seniors who are in this case age 65 plus, we get to go first, starting at 2:40. I shouldn't say we, but I am 70. But so old folks get in at 2:45. Okay, I guess maybe we move a little slow. So after we're done, and we promise not to take everything, then everybody else follows at 3, and they usually have plenty of food to go around. So that's going to be today, starting at 2:45 for elders, age 65 plus, then everybody else at 3. And again, actually, you can park on the street if there are spaces. Otherwise, there's the parking lot right across the street from the front door. And of course, there are usually spaces right by the teen center on Cornell, which is right around the block. Now, if you like sitting outside and listening to some great music, Boxyard RTP is the place to be, 900 Park Offices Drive off of Highway 54. Today, they'll be featuring New Orleans Jazz and Swing by Garrett Hitmar and Root Down. That's going to be this evening, 5:30 until 7:30. Totally free. You're sitting outside, you're enjoying this beautiful weather. There's the world's largest fan overhead. You should be comfortable. If you get overheated, they do have restaurants there, like in the periphery. You could always just jump into one of the restaurants and purchase a little something, stay cool for a little while, and then hop back out and enjoy the music. So that again is going to be from 5:30 until 7:30. Communities in Partnership, 101 South Driver Street, they're going to have an extreme hip-hop dance class. That's going to be tonight from 6 until 7. It's free. And again, you are welcome to park in the church's parking lot across the street. Wheels Durham, they're going to be hosting half-price skate night tonight. And that will be from 6 until 8:30, where skaters pay $6.50. How about that? And then you can still rent skates if you don't own. If you're going to be skating a lot this summer, you might want to check out the thrift shops and see if you can get some inexpensive skates, or if you want to just go whole hog and get some new ones, definitely do that. Make that purchase, because renting at $6 is actually, that's a good price. But if you're going to be going all summer, you might want to look into investing in a pair. Just saying. So half price skate night, $6.50. That's a good price. So if you want to go skating, that's the place. Wheels Durham. Now, if you prefer to run, Fleet Feet Pony Run, that's going to be this evening, starting at and returning to Ponysaurus Durham, 219 Hood Street, 6:15 until 8:30. You can choose to run either 3 miles or 5 miles. It all depends on how you feel. Please stay hydrated. Have a water bottle with you. Maybe drape a wet towel around your neck or over your head as you run. Stay cool and hydrated. So it is a free event, and again, they start around 6:15. Party of One, they're holding their free soul line dance class at WD Hill. That's going to be this evening from 6:30 until 7:30 at 1308 Fayetteville Street. The Latinos and Latinas Run Club, they'll be meeting tonight, 6:30 until 8:30, and they'll be doing some running. They'll be running either a 3-mile or a 4-mile run, depending on the route, I suppose. So this one starts and ends at the Glass Jug Beer Lab, the one that's downtown, at 545 Foster Street. And I do have links so you can click and get more information about this free event. Now, tomorrow, it's line dancing with Jitterbug at the IR Home Senior, also known as Campus Hills Recreation Center, 2000 South Austin Avenue. That's from 9 until 10 tomorrow. The class fee is $4, and it's $3 for seniors. Let's see. Oh, Counterculture Coffee. They offer free tasting at 10. So if you want to start your day off with some caffeine or some decaffeinated coffee, you want to try out their different flavors. You might know the name Counterculture Coffee because they supply some of the local coffee houses with their coffee. They're located at 812 Mallard Avenue. You will smell the delicious smell of coffee as you get closer. So this will be tomorrow from 10 until 11. The Salvation Army of Durham, they're going to have Free Food Friday tomorrow from 10 until noon while, supplies last. So you can get some canned goods, some meats, drinks, snacks, hygiene items. Sometimes they even have pet food. So definitely stop by. You might want to take a bag with you just in case. Just in case. But they definitely want you to bring your current photo ID if you have one. So that again is going to be tomorrow from 10 until noon. Don't forget, Wheels Durham, summer public skating again tomorrow morning from 11 until 1:30. Alrighty, I think, wait a minute. And the Community Health Coalition, they're going to have their food giveaway at Kyle's Temple, AME Zion Church. And that's going to be tomorrow from noon until 2 at 409 Dunstan Avenue, which is closest to Fayetteville, it's between Fayetteville and Roxborough, but it's closest to Fayetteville. It's right around the block from Birthday Funeral Home. Alrighty, put that down here. Grab my phone, and let's check the weather. Yeah, it's hot. It's definitely hot. It's 93. I can feel the humidity. I've got my ceiling fan overhead. I'm very thankful for it. When you don't have air conditioning, you got to do something. It's 93 degrees. It says mostly sunny, so it looks like the sun's going to be playing peekaboo all afternoon for sure. It's out full blast right now. The high today will be 97. So as you go out to get these groceries or whatever, or roller skating, whatever you're gonna do, get that wet hand towel and drape that around you. Wet it, and you got to stay cool. 97 is nothing to play with, especially if you're little like if you're older, especially, or of course very young children need to have maybe a wet washcloth around their neck. Some people put a wet washcloth on their head and then put their baseball cap on. However it works for you, definitely check that out. Now let's see, tomorrow, it's going to be 97 tomorrow too. Wow. Partly sunny like today. Now Saturday, it's going to be interesting. 94 with a 50% chance of rain. So that looks a little better because yesterday they were saying thunderstorm, so I always take rain over thunderstorm. It looks like thunderstorms on Sunday, though, with the high of 89. So we'll see. And it looks like there's a chance of thunderstorms or rain every day, Saturday through Wednesday. But we'll see. Our weather's always changing. But for right now, it's 93 going up to 97. So definitely stay hydrated. If you're out there sweating a lot, doing work or whatever, don't forget the electrolytes that helps you to reabsorb salt into your system. Of course, if you have high blood pressure, be very careful with those electrolytes. They do have low sodium electrolytes, but I have high blood pressure, so I read up on it, and they say if you have high blood pressure, instead of using electrolytes or drinking Gatorade, which can add too much sodium to your system, again, if you have high blood pressure, then you eat things with high potassium. And things like bananas, avocados, and green leafy vegetables. There you go. And I suggest that you cook the vegetables. Right now, it seems like it's a little scary with them finding these parasites in the lettuce and whatnot. So even though usually I would highly recommend a nice, beautiful, fresh salad, you might want to maybe cook up some broccoli or spinach instead, or bok choy, or what else? Some nice collard greens. I'm just saying. Anyway, have a beautiful afternoon. I'll be doing the show live again tomorrow, as far as I can tell. Let's see. Yes, it looks like I'll be live. Oops, live again tomorrow. So if you wanted to come on the show, you can always do so. Promote yourself and your business. I would love that. So have a beautiful afternoon. Stay cool, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao for now.